Do you want to play a game? Do you? I would like to play a game. So, for this game, the rules are simple. You have to hit subscribe, like, and the notification bell. If you do not do these things, if you do not do this task, then I will steal your Fortnite account and sell all your V-Bucks. I will sell them all. So do it. You have 10 seconds. What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at Saw 3, which is the next Saw movie in the franchise. Yesterday we took a look at Saw 2, the day before that we took a look at Saw 1, and tomorrow we're going to be taking a look at Saw 4. And I'm going to be reviewing every single Saw movie this Halloween for my Spooky Month project. And I am very, very excited to talk about these movies because, oh my god, they are so good. So, without any further delay, let's take a look at what Google has to say about Saw number 3. It is a 2006 horror crime movie, which is 1 hour and 48 minutes, so it did release literally the next year. So it does look like we're getting a Saw movie every year, which I personally think is wild. It is genuinely wild how we got one of these every single year. But it has a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 1 out of 5 on Common Sense. Jigsaw orders his apprentice to kidnap a doctor in order to keep him alive while he watches his other apprentice put a man through a brutal test. So, how this goes off is that there is two split storylines like in the last one, but instead of it being the police and the people in the Saw chamber, it is the people in the Saw chamber and Jigsaw himself. So, with this split storyline, we have the doctor coming through and, trying to keep him alive whilst not dying, but she was cheating on her husband earlier that morning, and she's basically got a bomb around her neck, where if Jigsaw dies, she dies. The guy in the chamber had his son die, like a couple of months ago, and everybody involved is currently kidnapped and trapped. We have a woman stood naked being jet washed in a fucking freezer with cold water, turning into an icicle. He has the opportunity to save her, but he chooses not to because she drove away and didn't help him when he needed her to call the ambulance or give a witness statement. The next one is the lawyers who didn't do anything, who are in this vat who are being filled with pig guts. Fortunately, he saved him and got him out of there before he drowned. And then the next one is the killer himself. But it was an accident. He didn't mean to do it. He did just accidentally hit the child, and unfortunately he did pass away. And the dad is neglecting the daughter because he's so upset with the son's death. And Jigsaw has kidnapped the daughter and put her in a room, which is pretty sick, to be fair. You shouldn't do that to a little girl who's done nothing wrong. It's not her fault that her dad is a prick. But continuing with the traps, the next person gets all their limbs twisted one by one from the legs to the arms. It is fucking disgusting and fucking brutal. Then we continue on with everything. It's kind of grim. He breaks free and meets with Jigsaw and the apprentice and the doctor, and they shoot the apprentice and then they shoot Jigsaw, and because both of them die, the girl dies, and then he has no idea where his daughter is, so he's left all alone in this facility, I'm gonna say. It's a really weird place, but yeah, there was a weird side story where the apprentice was kind of obsessed, really deeply infatuated, really deeply in love with Jigsaw, but she didn't like how close the other girl was getting to him, so she was sort of ruining it, and the test was for her, which I thought was really fucking weird. And I just didn't really like this one. The plot twist wasn't too good, where the doctor and this guy were actually connected and they actually knew each other, and the fact that she was being tested because she wasn't following the legacy properly, because she kept killing people without giving them like a full chance to escape by like welding a door shut, and also just not making it fair like in the slightest to escape these traps. Where Saw is all about being fair, and if you do earn your freedom, then you earn the freedom. It's just how much do you want that freedom, how far will you go to get that freedom, is basically what's happening and what they're sort of going for. And I don't know, this one just kind of fell flat. It was kind of boring. I didn't really care for the Doctor's story of her trying to, keep Jigsaw alive. It just felt so random, and I don't know, it just didn't feel connected at all. As well as the other one. What is it? Fucking the random dude. Like, fair enough, he's the criminal, but like his story, I didn't like either. Like, I felt the other twos were a lot more interesting and a lot more creative than this one. This one just fell so flat. Like, especially when we had such a high one last time, with such like high stakes, so many different characters, so many different plot twists, and so many unexpected like changes. This one was really disappointing. We had the two main cops die right at the start of the movie, which basically cuts them out of like all future movies, and we also have Jigsaw die at the end of this one, as well as the Apprentice, so it's kind of like, oh, how does it lead into number 4 then if they're both dead? I guess this is the final one? I have no clue. It just felt so underwhelming, especially if this was what they were going for, to be like the final one before they were greenlit to make another. I would have been so disappointed with this being the conclusion to the story, having the Apprentice die because she wasn't good enough, and having Jigsaw die because this fucking dude shot him in the head. I don't know, it just feels lackluster, and like there is so many better ways like he could go out, but they just chose to have him go out for being shot. Just kind of felt really lackluster. Like it didn't feel like anybody got their revenge on him, or he got his due diligence, is it? Like his justice. Like, fair enough, he's technically not the one doing it, he's giving them the choices, playing the games. Yes, I hear his argument, but still, it's still not really nice to put people in situations that he's putting them in. So I would have really liked to have seen him go out in one of his own traps and see if he has the will to survive. I know he does have cancer, so I don't know if he would like try and survive or not, or if he would like just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going anyway, so I'll just might as well make it quick. But yeah, this one was really disappointing, I'm gonna be honest. I had higher hopes for this one, especially after last one. I expected a lot more of an exciting story, so I was really upset with this one. Like, there could have been so much more with it, like so much more with it, but they decided to not do that. So, you know how it is. The weird love story I thought was really creepy. I didn't really like the love connection that she had going on with Jigsaw, because it kind of felt really obsessive rather than like a love relationship. It was very toxic, and there was a whole lot of like, I want to say mental illness there, with her being so obsessive and dependent on Jigsaw, where she can't go without him. And you're obviously going to cry if a loved one does die, but like, he didn't feel the same way about her that she felt about him. And if he did, it would be seen as really creepy and like really pedophilic because of the massive age gap that they have. But I don't know, just the way she was going about him and how she was looking at him, how she was feeling about him, was really scary and really creepy. It kind of felt like she'd been like, I want to say manipulated into it because of her passing her own trap. She then found like a newfound love for life, and because he gave that to her, she feels like she owes him. And I don't know, it just didn't feel right. It felt really ominous, and unhealthy, and I just I didn't like it. I really liked the character in the second movie. I was rooting for her all the way through the second movie, and I did mention this in my second movie review of Saw, but just the way she's here, I felt really sorry for her, and I don't know if there's a way to sort of help her in this situation. I know she's dead at the end of the movie, so like there is no helping her. She's like gone, but it is really upsetting how she had all these feelings for him, but didn't really get the same affection back, if that makes sense. The brain surgery was also grim. It had me on the edge of my seat like the entire fucking time. I was like biting my knuckles and biting my fingers because holy fucking shit. That was so tense and so wild. It was also really gross to watch. Like, the way it was all shot with like the back of his brain like pulsating and like the blood spurting out. It just felt really uncomfortable and really like, I don't know, just gross. I really didn't like watching it. It kind of put me off, not gonna lie, because I was eating food at the time of watching this movie, which is probably like a mistake on my own part, but oh well, what can you do? This one is the worst one in my opinion. I really did not enjoy this one. I thought it was quite boring compared to the others, and I just didn't think it was as creatively fulfilling or had a good mystery as the other ones did. So I can't really give it any more than like a 5 out of 10. I do feel like it is quite mid. It wasn't like terrible, it is still a watchable movie and the story was okay, but it wasn't as good as the other few that I have seen. So I do feel like giving it a solid 5 out of 10 is more than fair.